YouTube chicks.
Oh boy, here we go, you guys. It's finally here, the long-awaited interview between DJ Akademiks and Charlamagne. After 3 weeks of going back and forth with each other, crashing out, revealing text messages, and also behind-the-scenes private phone calls, both sides finally decided to sit down and talk it out with each other, which I actually enjoyed. I think everybody in hip-hop that has an issue with each other should sit down face-to-face and hash out your issues. A lot of times you get to finding out that it's just miscommunication. Now, if you guys haven't watched the full interview, you guys can go watch it on Akademiks' main YouTube page and also Charlamagne's page. Now, let's get to the actual interview. Yesterday, the DJ
Akademiks and the Charlamagne interview is crazy. And I'm going to knock it down later on, but that shit is far off.
Akademiks went on stream to give fans a little teaser. He said, yo, it was a great conversation, but I got Charlamagne 9-3. Charlamagne was able to get me for 3 rounds. However, I was able to get him for 9. However, if you guys go watch the full interview, it pretty much felt like a Q&A of theories versus reality. Now, a lot of times as YouTubers and streamers, you sometimes forget that you're talking to yourself. Now, let me explain that to you guys.
Yeah, definitely forget that you're talking to yourself.
Take Akademiks, for example. Ak streams for about 5 hours almost every single day. Sometimes when you're streaming for that long and making content by yourself, you kind of talk yourself into believing that certain things are true. Now, sometimes you guys will ask me in the comments, Chigs, why do you stream with the guys that you stream with? Well, most of those guys have different opinions from me. It's always good to have checks and balances. Sometimes when you're making content by yourself, you might forget certain things or you might not give the full context. But if you got somebody next to you, they can kind of fill in those gaps for you. And that's exactly what it felt like watching this interview between Charlamagne and Akademiks. Now, first off, this whole back and forth came about because Charlamagne had some information that he relayed to Akademiks privately, and Akademiks took that information. He felt like this was a ploy or a play from Roc Nation to basically...
Now, Akademiks is not going to let go of the fact that he thinks that Charlamagne and God is a Roc Nation plan.
divide and conquer Akademiks and his mans, Grand Wizard.
None of this shit.
I told you like 5 different things. I said,
no.
Hey, they tried to bring me to deposition. Hey,
you told me that. You did tell me the deposition shit.
I said they tried to like in a roundabout way.
Like you didn't know George when I first brought George up to you. When I sent you the pictures that I sent
you,
that's
Grand Wizard.
No, his name is George Wynn.
All right, well,
when I sent you those pictures of George, you said, who is this?
Yeah,
and I said, they said, this is Grand Wizard Chat nigga. This is George Wynn, who runs Akademiks TV. Yeah. You was like, damn, I thought he was skinny.
It's not like we done hung out, went on vacation.
Now you're
no, that's my
now you're lying.
No, that's my man.
You didn't act like that was your man when I first brought him up.
No, I
definitely didn't act like that was your man when you first brought him up.
So you showed me a picture. I said, I didn't know that's how he looks at this moment.
No, you said it. You said it. I got the text. You said, who is this?
No, read it.
You said, who is this?
And then you said, that's Grand Wizard. I said, he's fat? That's all I said.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Charlotte, I ain't gonna lie. What I realized is that Roc Nation got to get a little bit better with the narratives because
I don't know.
Even the divide and conquer shit.
I don't know. But that's my point. There is none. I don't feel like looking for them texts. That shit is really pointless. This isn't about Roc Nation, and I wish you would stop saying that because hold up, let's talk about us.
If I'm telling you that I know where it's coming from,
cool.
You're playing defense by saying it's not coming in.
If Roc Nation is coming at you, I don't have nothing to do with that.
Okay, and that's what I ask you respectfully. Just step to the side that we can focus on.
Now, it's not going the way they want it to go. It's not looking the way they want it to look. This situation right here. All right. The Akademiks whack pack, or the Akademiks Charlamagne pack is looking like the whack pack.
Desiree
no.
Jay-Z.
Now I'm not going to do that
because now when Grant hit me, I'll be like, of course, take the gloves off with them too.
No,
like we don't want to get at Charlamagne. No, Charlamagne, but get him out of here.
But why did the gloves come off for me to begin with,
Charlotte? Because in the way of how you deliver the information, you want to frame it like it was a heads up. It was more of a the way to neutralize these guys is to get Ak away from them
that's what
by saying,
that's what a guilty person would think. You're still missing my point. And I don't want you to miss my point. I don't want nobody to miss my point. I called you, gave you some private information. Regardless,
I don't think that was in good faith. Because the way I call you differently.
You call me the same exact way.
Nigga, I call you, I read the email, I sent you the email. Yo, this is who's trying to do it to you, bro. Look out.
No, you didn't. You called me and you said, hey, this is the person, boom. But you knew who the person was, so that's different.
No.
Right. Charlamagne was like, I didn't know who the person was. I didn't know any of this information.
You knew who the person was, I would tell you.
That time when I told you, I didn't know who the person was. When I said their name, you knew the person was. And then when you explained it,
I don't remember that.
I understood. I said, oh, I seen the relation there. Okay. But I said, you do it. You do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But that shit it has no place on my platforms. I got nothing to talk about with it. I gave you every info I could have.
And I gave you everything I had. And guess what, Ak? I could have got more if you didn't sick your dog on me. If you didn't sick your motherfucking Australian dog on me, I probably could have got you. No, it's not.
This is manipulation.
No, it's not.
Right.
I'm not. And I want us. This is what I really want us to stop doing.
Because
No, listen.
In coordinates with the sit down, all right, if you really were, like, you would have still had the conversation with Desiree then and be like, hey, listen, you know, there's a lot of other people because I think you're getting caught in a crossfire when you're Desiree's Australian lap dog.
I would have told Desiree the same thing I tell everybody about.
So you would have still had that conversation. You still never did.
Listen, I would have told him the same thing. I would have told her the same thing I always tell everybody when it comes to you. I think you should sit down and have a conversation with academics. Ak ain't like that. The Ak y'all see online that gets drunk off the liquor and wild, and that's a lot of that is performative. Have a conversation with.
So we finally get to the point in the interview.
Now, I think that there's a lot of truth in that, but I also think that academics is partially like that. I don't think that academics is all sunshine and lollipops, rainbows, and everything that's nice. I think that academics does have an extremely dark side.
Where Charlamagne flat out asked him, yo, when your mans got served and he opened up the paper, did it say Rock Nation on it? If it did, then you're absolutely correct. Rock Nation is after you guys. But if that paperwork does not say Rock Nation, you got a whole different enemy. Here's Akademiks' response.
Have his face out there and address. Also, the pictures that Rock Nation's people took got his whole like you literally see his house.
Let me ask you a question. When Grand Wizard gets served, because that's the other thing I'll be wondering. When he gets served, who are the lawsuits coming from? Because when y'all are pointing fingers at all of these different people, those names on those lawsuits should be the people y'all pointing at. Are those people from Rock Nation?
Yeah, but it don't work like that. So,
what you mean?
Like, this
who are the lawsuits from? Is what I'm saying.
Okay, no, I hear the question. So, you're gonna have to remember this is also casino adjacent, right? I'm telling you, every casino or some type of, it could be, if we're talking about call sheet, we're talking about poly market. If we're talking about, those are bet and prediction market. If we're talking about prize picks, we're talking underdog fantasy. Those are fantasy sports. They're all doing the same thing. Like, I had to deal with prize picks and underdog. Spotify got me to deal with underdog. They literally tell you we're skirting. Well, they don't say they're skirting around real laws, but they're like, when you are doing your promo, mention it this way because this is how we avoid the law. This is entire how casinos, prediction markets all happen.
That's cool. But who are the lawsuits coming from?
Okay, so I'm telling you.
Those.
And that's why they say, like, prize pick is not gambling, it's fantasy sports. They never actually use the word gambling. They call it fantasy sports.
Those are your ops.
No, I'm going to tell you. But that's why I say Rock Nation is involved. Because.
So Rock Nation is suing y'all. That's who the lawsuits are coming from.
It's not, their name is not going to be on the lawsuit.
Why not?
So, for example, all right, I'll give you an example.
Oh, so you think they're funding people to sue you?
Yeah, that's of course.
How can you prove that? I'm asking. I don't know.
Okay, show me. Have you read these lawsuits?
No.
These lawsuits are claiming these people said they don't have no money, yet their lawyers are going up against state's lawyers. Who do you think is funny? That a broke motherfucker claiming they're suing $1 billion casino.
Well, it's just a civil suit. You don't need no money to file a civil suit.
There's a million motions, Charlamagne.
You don't need any money to file a civil suit.
Charlamagne, have you ever?
I can file a civil suit right now with.
You don't need any money to file a civil suit at all.
No lawyer.
You've been in civil suits, right?
100%, and that's how I know people.
How much?
Broke,
all right, let me ask you a
plenty
question.
of broke people can sue you.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I thought Akademiks was going to break out the black and white. He was going to break out the paperwork, showing Charlamagne that, yes, it is Rock Nation. Now, to me personally, if Rock Nation wants to sue you, I don't think Rock Nation will be hiding. I don't think they have any.
I don't think that they have anything to hide, nor do I think that they're afraid of DJ Akademiks where they wouldn't just come out and say, yeah, I did it. Like, I don't think that Rock Nation is intimidated by DJ Akademiks in the least bit to where they wouldn't very proudly claim this body.
reason to remain anonymous, especially when it comes to going after a page on Twitter that's been slandering them. Now, Charlamagne finally addressed his Roc Nation ties and his Roc Nation affiliation. More specifically in regards when it comes to the casino. If I was scoring this, I would definitely give Akademiks the point here.
I heard you say you said you think I work for Roc Nation, right?
You about to do the word, the kind of like word
affiliation or whatever.
You got affiliation with them.
They're my peoples. That's a fact. I've always said. By the way, you know that I'm wearing this. This is going right back to right now. Every time you talk, it's going right.
Desiree's listening somewhere, right or now. She's like, this is probably a hidden string. But
no, I always say, you've heard me say this for years. My 4 entertainment idols in entertainment: Clarence Avant, the Black Godfather; Arsenio Hall, who I just published his book, his memoir on my Black Privilege Publishing imprint.
My man with that promo.
Charlamagne with a good promo.
D Green,
okay,
legendary radio personality, and Jay-Z. That's no secret. I've always said that my whole career.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you why that's facetious, and this is why I wear the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a huge fan of Drake before I had the chain and after I got the chain. Drake has never given me $1. Okay, yeah, he sent transportation for me to come film.
Okay, he may not have given you $1, but he definitely gave you a chain that's worth a couple hundreds of thousands, and he spent a lot of chili on you.
Film something for his rollout. He's never gifted me like, yo, here's some money. Let me put you on paper. No. But no, that's very different. I have zero business interest. Like Drake's not hitting me like, let's go half in on this business venture.
But if he did, you would. Why wouldn't you? If he called you right now, him and I just saw him and who's Aiden just did what they got together. It's something. Or he just invested in one of Aiden's companies.
Yeah, probably,
if he did that, if he called you and did that, you would. Why wouldn't you?
But I would say it.
No, you wouldn't. And if you wouldn't, that's your business, and why you wouldn't have to. Niggas like, I would say it. I would bring it up. No, who cares? And then if you would bring it up, that's your bad for putting the public into your private. You don't have to let the world know what you got going on. That's your personal business.
Who said I didn't say it? You
never said it.
Yo, you said verbatim.
You're doing a sleight of hand here. Everybody knows.
You said verbatim. You said Wayno exposed something. No, Wayno was correcting you. Because you said out of your own mouth, I saw Charlamagne advocating for Jay-Z's casino.
He was still wrong.
How was he wrong?
He said Charlamagne wasn't there on behalf of Jay-Z. Charlamagne was there on behalf of himself because he had some financial stake in the casino. Here's the thing, bro. We looked at the what was submitted to New York State. You're not listed as some like single sole entity that is an independent person. You're listed under Roc Nation. So you're there. So what he's saying is wrong. You might be there because you have business interests in that casino, but you're under the Roc Nation umbrella.
Yeah, because there's 4 entities that were vying for the bid for the casino in Times Square. You had SL Green, which is a real estate company.
Yeah.
Because they own the building, right? The building that the casino was going to be in, which was, I think, 1540 Times Square. You had Caesars, you had Live Nation, and you had Roc Nation. Anytime you're getting involved in a multi-billion-dollar potential bid, you're going to have to come in with somebody. But like, that's just a fact. Even when I saw you reading the names, I'm like, you think everybody that's under that Caesars thing works for Caesars? You think everybody under SL Green works for SL Green?
No.
You can look under the Roc Nation thing and see that everybody that's under Roc Nation don't work for Roc Nation.
Yeah, but they have that affiliation.
Academics don't want to hear that part though.
There's nothing wrong with.
And y'all said I didn't disclose it, but you read the
yeah, at least Academics not walking around with the whack 100 fake out.
You were reading the disclosure.
I got a Cash Money chain that don't bling bling.
Disclosure form.
We had to go to a site to go. Charlotte,
it's public record.
Pull like this.
I was at town hall meetings advocating for this casino. I'm in the middle of
you advocated, but you never said I'm doing this because I'm business-wise aligned for this casino. And also, you know why it's a got you too? It's only a got because I know you're gonna do the I kind of said it like nobody's gonna find that disclosure. Like, come.
Now, towards the end of this interview, Charlamagne gave Akademiks some game from an OG's perspective. He told them, hey, you don't have to purposely go out of your way to put yourself in harm's way. You don't have to constantly crash out on people. You don't have to slander people just because you don't like them. You can just be a media personality and avoid issues and being paranoid, just like you're going through right now with Roc Nation, where you feel like everything is an attack against you.
But this is when I feel like sometimes you can be a little.
Yeah, Academics feels like it's him against.
And this is how sometimes
it's for sure Academics against the world.
I feel like either Act doesn't truly know the severity of the things that he's saying, or maybe he just don't give a fuck and he's just a wild motherfucker. There's no reason for you to be at that concert, and I'm gonna tell you why. What happened at that concert?
Nothing.
What happened at the concert, Act?
What happened at the concert? You tell me.
They came to find you.
Yeah.
You're thinking just because let me finish.
And you're acting like I wasn't prepared for it.
Sure, but you're thinking that just
Academics doing all that, but you got to be quiet and listen, big dog.
because
I don't give a fuck what they was gonna do.
you should, because everybody not gonna come in peace. Why get you or your team or your security, whoever, why get them in a situation just because? You can't walk around
Yeah, that's when Kendrick people pushed up on Academics. He had to apologize low key.
like nothing is gonna happen. It's the same thing with the Lil Baby situation. Lil Baby has one phone call with you, makes you think everything good, and then one of his mans try you. That could have been a gunshot, bro. That's the type of shit I be thinking about.
Show me.
That's true. That's very true.
You
When I call you, man, bro.
Charlotte.
Have I not told you that?
I agree. But one thing I'll say is that what I've learned about hip hop, and I don't even have a problem like admitting that those situations happen. I live my life as how this culture and my job, like it's gonna be how it's gonna be, honestly.
It don't have to be.
I'm not saying I moved dumb. I definitely don't move dumb.
Yeah, I think a lot
I don't move dumb.
Yeah, Academics doesn't have to keep talking like he's Tupac, like this is false thug life.
But the idea,
even not moving dumb, there's no need to antagonize situations. No need to kick hornets' nest when you don't have to.
No, I'm
have your opinion. You can have your
I'm
opinion.
definitely gonna move the way I like.
No, you should always
Yeah, like,
militant.
I'm gonna stand on. I'm gonna stand on that opinion. Like I don't care if you getting.
Academics is looking for an unnecessary issue. That all being said, man, I'm gonna be back later on. Chat y'all, Kiki, Jason, you missed it, bro. I'm finna get up out of here. But red dots to the left, man. Y'all know the rest. We gone. Slide up out of here.
Know what it is.
TNN Trap News Network.
I was with Rich Rapper.
I fucks with you.
Warning, this video is for satire, educational, and comedy use only. It is not intended to be actual fact, nor is it intended to give real meaning to any of the questions you ponder about late.
Carjack 100 here. If you need your transmission check, come on down to Carjack's. I'm your transmission expert.
I'm glad that you enjoyed that content. We heard the cries, we heard the complaints. Now we don't got no intro, but we do got an outro with the same information, man. Make sure that you are tapped in. Make sure you dropping comments. Make sure you dropping likes. Make sure you subscribing to everything we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network, because we will be giving away some more Chiliana once we hit that 40,000 membership, 40,000 subscriber, threshold. We're gonna make sure that we give y'all some Chiliana, man. So make sure that y'all stay tapped in. Make sure y'all stay looking out. Make sure y'all stay right here at TNN Trap News Network. The news you can use, the knowledge you're not finna get in nobody's college. Hit a like, hit a comment, hit a good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We're gonna keep you updated on what's going on these YouTube streets. You already know the deal, man. If you enjoyed this content, throw the red dot to the left. You know the rest. We gone.
Hi, I'm Whack 100. When I'm not snitching on the internet, I'm snitching in real life. For your own personal home security, call 1-800-WACK-ATTACK. We're first, law enforcement second. Hey, I'm Adam22. Got an extra soul laying around? Be like Doughboy and Whack 100 and sell yours today. One soul equals a lot of clout.
Apollo Jackson.
It's dangerous. Can't come outside when it's dangerous. Work all in the floorboard. Tell the ops check the scoreboard. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. A nigga ball like game 6. A nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Mix it with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let them hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall, 81 point strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell us. Gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboards. Late night, that's the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. Friends is hella fake, I know we're enemies' intentions. I let it go until it click if I'm aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of Fame shit, so if it's mine, I'ma take. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
Safe like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.